Yo, welcome back to Business Casual. I'm your host, Miles Brown. And today's topic is the one chip challenge. And one of the things I learned about discipline when I was a really small child, like around maybe 5 or 6, I saw this commercial. I think it was either Lay's or Pringles. I can't remember the brand. But they had this commercial and it says, once you pop, you just can't stop. And the guy would eat one chip and then he'd lose his mind with the chip sitting in there because it was just that tempting and it was just that good that he had to have it. And it was like this commercial would come on over and over and over and over and over again, priming the mind, trying to prime my mind that there was no way that if I was in a room with this bag of chips and I ate one chip that I couldn't eat, that my willpower would be diminished so low that I wouldn't be able to resist. I would have to have that next chip. And so when I finally came into the same room with those chips, I just wanted to see if it was true. So I popped the chip in, tasted it. It was bomb. It was a really, really, really good, solid chip. Good crunch, good salt. Flavor was really nice. But my discipline kicked in at a small age, and I said, now I'm definitely not about to eat another chip because I want to prove these people wrong. Because the next time I see that commercial, I want to go, nah, once you pop, I can stop. I can. And for some reason, like, I didn't tell anybody about this. It was just something that I wanted to prove to myself. And what I've realized, a lot of people didn't get that revelation on discipline. And your thing might not be chips, but everybody has a thing. I have a thing. But I know that I have the discipline, I have the willpower to overcome it if I call on the one who can help me break it. And the one thing that I know is that more people need to understand these issues with mental health, though some people may be dealing with legitimate chemical imbalances and legitimate hereditary family issues where they have real situations where their mental is out of whack. For the vast majority of people, it's a lack of discipline. You just really want what you want, and you will allow yourself to convince yourself that the goal that you first set out, I'm not going to do X, Y, and Z, or I am going to do X, Y, and Z, whichever one it is, you don't have the discipline to stick to that word. So really, if you dig deeper, what I learned that day back when I was young was character fuels discipline. And those who have weak characters have weak discipline. So a person that has no discipline, you really can't keep them around you. Those people are easily reprobated minds. Those people will be bought for money. Those people can be easily persuaded with lies and falsehoods against you because their character is like, it doesn't matter. They can be swayed. And so much can be learned from once you pop, you just can't stop. Some people, if you put the right thing in front of their face, as much as they would love to keep their character and the promise that they made to you and others, they can't stop. They pop that thing one time and they just cannot stop. And my charge for you today, identify these people. Know who they are, because weak character corrupts good character. They always making excuses. And people with good character aren't easily swayed by other people. But it's a problem when you keep these people in your circle, because that voice that starts to turn in your head like, oh, it's okay to miss a day. It's okay to not show up on time. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. It's because the people around you who aren't disciplined, who don't have the character, they're subconsciously telling you that once you pop, you just can't stop. It's okay. We all fall victim. Like, no, not everybody falls victim every time. How do you think we get millionaires and billionaires and people who go 10 years without making an investment in their fund? Like, these people just stay down, invest, because they have a larger goal that once they get there, they can live the rest of their lives absolutely beautiful. It's because some people, even though they've had something, they're willing to sacrifice it to get to the next level. And the people with discipline and character, you can usually identify those people because they can go missing for years, months, weeks at a time. And when they pop up, they doing better. And I like to be that type of person. I like to be the type of person that can go missing for months, weeks, years. But when you run into me, it's elevation we talking about. But if you're running into the same people and those people aren't elevating, chances are they popped and they couldn't stop. And even greater chance they have a discipline issue. And an even greater chance their character is vastly flawed. And if you're at my age, 30 and 40, that person is probably dealing with a reprobated mind in some form or another, to where they've given themselves over to lasciviousness. I was going to keep this one short today. Thank y'all for tuning in. I hope you learned something and understand that you have the willpower. Call on Yahweh. Those who are lacking in the flesh but need to be strong in spirit. And that's another thing. It wasn't that my flesh didn't want that chip. It was that my spirit man had been convinced that it meant more to me in my mind, my body, and my soul to say no to that chip, to prove something to myself, than to instantly gratify myself with another chip. Because the next time I saw that commercial, just for me, I wanted to be able to say, once you pop, you just can't stop. But I stopped. I popped one, I stopped, I kept it moving, saw the bag, don't need it. I'm out. Until next time, I'm your host, Miles Brown. Keep Yahweh first. Peace. Hey, Business Casual listeners. I've been using the Brio air purifier for a little under a month, and I'm highly impressed with the performance. It has drastically improved my indoor air quality, and its patent advanced particle removal technology is second to none. It's also incredibly convenient to use and maintain, making it an ideal choice for anyone looking to improve their home air quality. I've noticed a few cool things so far. You can feel the air becoming clean. It dries out the air a bit, so using this with a humidifier would be ideal for those who like to retain some moisture in the air. My ceiling fans, where I use Brio most often, has less dust buildup. Some need to know starter info. When I first plugged the Brio in and let it run, it had a strong plastic smell due to high heat injection molding residue. Wiping the Brio down with soap, water, and a microfiber cloth, then allowing it time to fully dry, helps significantly. A surprise use case I did not expect was when my wife was cooking and the salmon got away from her, and the smoke in the house started to fill the kitchen. I quickly grabbed a towel and began to fan the smoke from the smoke detector, not to wake up my sleeping 6-month baby. I realized this would be an excellent job for Brio. I grabbed it from the living room and plugged it into the kitchen, making the job of not setting the smoke detector off a breeze. In just 2 weeks, it helped my air quality and dust accumulation, and helped stop my baby from waking up. Do you even have to ask? Yes, I recommend the Brio. As a special offer for my listeners, use code MILES, MYLES, 15 to get 15% off the Brio. And let me know what you think about this incredible machine in the comments. Peace.